Hey guys, it's she. I'm back today with a new video. I guess Oreo's back too. So hey guys, I hope all is going well in your world. I know I've been kind of MIA from YouTube. You know, you guys know how I do. But honestly, the reason why I've been gone is because I have like a lot of stuff going on with my business, like a lot. So anyway guys, this summer has been a little bit slow, like a lot slow. And every other summer I was decorating people's homes, busy with other things that I didn't notice how slow selling antiques can be in the summer, or furniture flipping, or you know, whatever you want to call it, thrifting for profit. There's so many different ways you can look at what I do in my business. Or how I used to view my business. But now that I'm 100% certain that I want to continue to be an antique and vintage dealer, I've been trying to just focus solely on that. And so this summer I've had to come up with some extremely creative ways to make money. And one of the ways that I came up with to make money happened on a whim. I kind of just, like, this lady I met, she told me about this market that was on the ocean front, and she was just like, you should really come, like, set some stuff up in my booth and we can sell together. And while I didn't take her up on that offer, I definitely went out to the market just to shop it myself. And I saw that there was so many like younger people that were shopping for vintage and antique decor, and they were getting really good prices for their stuff. So I was like, I need to try to do this. So for months I applied to get into these vintage markets. The first one I got into is called Saturday Society, and it's a new market, and most of the people there were selling like new things or handmade things. There were some already established local businesses there. So I don't feel like that market was necessarily a good fit for me. I did sell one item, and Kenzie sold a ton of bracelets. She makes these bracelets, guys. They're so pretty. But she makes these little beaded bracelets, and they are so adorable. This one says smile. I bought it from her for 20 bucks. I sold my one folding screen, which is really pretty. I'll try to insert a picture if I remember. But anyway, so finally guys, I got the good news that I got into an antique and vintage market in Portsmouth. I had shopped at that one a few times, and I thought it would be a good fit for me. I made some really good money out there for it to be my first time, and I kind of saw what customers were buying and how much they were willing to spend. And so definitely am excited to do that market again. I think I sold so much of my stuff within the first hour before opening. So I see how important it is to get there, get set up, you know, because there's people that come through. It's inside of a parking garage, so it's people that come through and just like shop before the thing even gets started. So anyway, I just found out recently that I got into 2 new markets. Never been to either one of these before. I'm lying. I've been to the one, but the other one I have never been on a vintage Sunday. The market I'm going to be vending at on Sunday is called Selden Market, and it's a really nice program that the city of Norfolk has made up to help like small businesses, and it's in like this antique arcade building, which is beautiful. So anyway, I'm just going to be vending at one of the little vintage markets, and this one is called Vintage Sunday, so that's coming up this Sunday. So anyway guys, with that being said, I wanted to talk to you today about the items that you will need if you're going to be like a pop-up vendor. And I'm going to speak especially from an antique dealer's perspective, because when I was looking for the information, I honestly didn't find like a ton of people who sold at pop-up markets who sold vintage. I mean, I see a few on Instagram from going to the different markets around me locally. I've met lots of people that do it, but I didn't really find a lot of information on Pinterest or YouTube or anything. So anyway, there's a couple different things you're going to need if you're going to be a vendor like at a pop-up market. So first, I guess we'll talk about the things you will need if you're selling outside, like at the market I'm going to be selling at. So this one is inside of a parking lot, and it's hot. It's Virginia Beach oceanfront in the summertime, and there is no shade. So the first thing you're going to need is a pop-up tent. but you definitely are going to need some type of pop-up tent, so that way the sun isn't just like beaming on you for hours. And if you're going to do a pop-up tent, the next thing you're going to need is weights. You're going to need pop-up tent weights because you want to make sure like your tent isn't going to fly away. Like the lady who first told me about the market, like the 2 Saturdays I went in a row, like she had to pack up her stuff early because her tent like blew away. And you know, not only did it destroy some of her things, it also messed up like other vendors setup. So you don't want to be that person at the pop-up shops, especially if you are outdoors. So make sure you have some weights for your tent. So you're gonna need some type of display items, guys. In my first market, I brought things that were extremely heavy and it made for a miserable day. So you want to make sure that you just get some folding tables and chairs that are very lightweight. Not only do you have to like pick up all your vintage items, and you know, most likely you're gonna have some glass, some resin, something that's gonna break, so you're gonna have to wrap all that stuff up, and you're gonna have to wrap it back when you leave. So you want to make sure at least your tables and your tent are very easy to like put together. Okay, like you can try to be like me and save money. I found folding tables on the side of the road. Those things are so heavy, like they are extremely heavy. So you want to make sure that you have adequate, like adequate and easy to use displays. Okay, something that can also like fold up very easy. So the folding tables that I got recently, I actually picked them up tomorrow. I got 2 6-foot tables. They're on sale with Target right now for $29.99, and I'm just gonna have them put it in my car for me. I'm doing the drive-through pickup. They were $29.99 a piece for the 2 tables, and they're 6 feet. So I got tables from Target for pretty cheap, and these are newer ones, so they're not as heavy as these old ones. So I'm really happy that we aren't going to have to break our backs doing that this time. And then I got another table from Walmart, which is a 4-foot camping table. And this camping table has like 4 foldable stools. So that way, if someone's coming out to vend with us, they can have a seat. And then me and Kenzie have dedicated seats. And I think it's so important to just make sure everything can fold up really tight, because some events you're not going to be able to bring a big trailer full of stuff, so you want to maximize the space in your vehicle for like inventory as much as possible. So try to make sure your tables and chairs in your tent can fold down really like small, that way it's not like eating up space for merchandise. Alright guys, so whether you're indoors or outdoors, you're definitely going to need some type of tablecloths. You can just have things sitting on the table, but I think it's important for us vintage sellers to make sure things look as good as possible. So my initial tablecloths I got from the thrift store, and they didn't match, but they coordinated. One looked like kind of like a linen fabric, and it was an oval tablecloth, but I just used it over the rectangle just fine. It looked beautiful. And then the other one is just like more like a burlap style fabric that I put over the cash table. So this time, guys, I went to TJ Maxx and I bought 2 curtains. I don't have them. They're actually, I'm sorry, I bought 2 tablecloths. They're actually outside of my truck. I'm getting ready to pack everything up for this weekend's 2 markets. So first I'm just trying to like clean and organize everything, but I'll get to that later. But outside of that, you're gonna need a cash box, and I got a cash box from Amazon. It has a little lockable code on it. You want to make sure you go to the bank and get change for your lock box, for your cash box. And the reason why that's important is because you want to be able to have like a safe way to store your money, something that looks professional. You know, if it's just you out there by yourself, it comes with a cable that you can tie up and lock it onto something, so that way nobody walks away with your money. And then it has the code already on it, so you don't have to worry about losing keys. I would lose a key for sure. So anyway, you need a cash box. I got mine from Amazon. You also want to make sure that you have like some type of card reader. I have a card reader through PayPal, Zettle. Now this is something new. I haven't heard many people use it, but I only got it because the chip reader was like inexpensive, and I also like the fact that it could connect through my PayPal account. I think PayPal is a great way to get funding for your business, and after they start to see transactions come through, they'll give you money. Now, are the terms like, you know, the most amazing terms ever? But if you're a small business and you need some cash flow, and you have consistent money coming in, PayPal will offer you loans, so at least you're able to access some money to build your business. So that's why I chose the PayPal card reader. I like to have a card reader just because I feel like people will spend more money knowing that you have a card reader. Sometimes when people go to events, they only bring a certain amount of cash, and then after that, like, they're tapped out. However, if somebody sees something they really want and you have your little like card reader sign up, they're gonna spend more money. Like, you can get people to pull the trigger a little faster with a card. So anyway, you definitely want to have some type of card reader. Is it necessary? No, but I think it's important just to have it. It even came in handy for me, like at my storage unit one day. I was selling a lady some lamps, and then she saw some ginger jars and other stuff that she wanted, and okay, it ended up being a $300 sale versus a $200 sale. So and then I'm trying to think what else is really, you want to definitely have some type of seating. I told you guys that I got the camping table with the 4 fold-up stools or whatnot from Walmart. It was only $55. And then I also bought some folding chairs, because those little camp stools, like at the Portsmouth market, we really didn't get to sit down much, so it's no need to bring like a folding chair. But there's an event that's like a little longer. I also purchased folding chairs from Walmart. I believe they were like $14 each, just because depending on the event, we may want a more comfortable seat. So I got those as well. Seating is important. Don't go out there thinking you about to stand up all day. Guys, you also want to make sure you bring snacks. The one market in Portsmouth, there's a coffee shop right across the street, but I think me and Mackenzie probably spent like $30 over there buying water and food and chips, and just bring snacks. Okay, so bring snacks with you, bring water with you, know where the bathrooms are ahead of time, and then make sure you have somebody there with you, because you don't want to just ask some random person like, hey, can you watch my booth, and then you know you have to leave your cash box and your reader and your merchandise unattended. So bring some help if you can. Like me and my 11-year-old come, and we're able to kind of like swap out. She can walk around and sell her bracelets. I can sit and manage the booth, and I can also take time to go walk around and talk to people because I have somebody else there with me. So if you don't have anybody that can come with you and stay the entire time, just try to think about those kind of things ahead of time. Because last thing, guys, just make sure you think strategically about how to pack your vehicle and how you're going to set up your display. That is so important, because I feel like you should have your tent, your chairs, your tables in the car first, and then everything else should be packed around that. So you want to think ahead of time about how many tables and chairs and blah 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 that you're going to need. That way you can pack your vehicle efficiently. And I highly suggest, if you're not a morning person like I can be sometimes because I stay up all night, pack the car the night before. You do not want to wake up in the morning and have to pack the car prior to the event. It sucks. It sucks because it doesn't leave you enough time in the morning to get breakfast and coffee and whatever else you may need to do. So anyway, I hope that these tips helped you guys. This is only going to be my 3rd market ever. Or pop-up shop, so I'm super excited about it. These are just some things that I've noticed just from my 2 previous experiences. So I'm gonna keep updating you guys as I go on this whole pop-up shop journey. It's been a great way to make some extra money in my business versus just waiting for things to sell at the antique mall or waiting for someone to buy something from the website. It's a great way to kind of actively put my business name out into the community and also raise some money for what would otherwise be a pretty slow period for home furnishings. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.